We are back with more My Southern Home, and I'm here with Jamie Duncan with Build Nashville, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Kimberly. I appreciate it. I'm so glad to be here.
So I have to say that I'm really excited to have you on the show because your name keeps popping up in all my circles because you guys just do so much beautiful work in Middle Tennessee.
Thank you. That means so much to me, and literally cannot tell you how much that means to us. It's reputation. It is all about being a boutique builder. We don't really do much advertising, but we have over the last 10 years really worked hard to create a reputation that speaks for itself. And so for you to say you have our name coming up in circles means we are doing something right, and that means the world to us. So thank you.
Well, you definitely are. And I can tell by this home how much care and thought that you put into every single detail.
Thank you. I appreciate that as well. We love to tell clients whenever we're working with them that we want this luxury feel. This is what we've kind of progressed into as a luxury builder. We're known for our outdoor living space. Most all of our homes have pools in them now. And just a few years ago, just not even 2 years ago, the majority of our work was what we call spec builds. So we build it speculatively to sell to the market after it was finished, which means we're designing it and we're creating it. And luckily for us, this has transformed our business into a really heavily loaded custom build model now. And so a lot of these clients are coming to us and they're just like, we trust you. You pick it out. You present to us. We don't want to go to the tile store and the lighting store. But that's what's so great is that Alina is our designer. Sean Burrows is my business partner. And Alina DeSoto is our designer. Has been with us for about 6 years, a little more than 6. And she is just able to get into their heads and see what it is that they are putting in a Pinterest board or a house board or just Google images or even our past homes. We're never going to replicate something we've done before. Every home is custom and unique. But if you like the vibe or the feel of something that you see on any of those platforms, we can help guide you, and we basically can go and pick it all out, and then, or Lena can, and then present it to you, and that way you're not having to take time out of your busy schedule, raising kids, working, whatever it is, to try to go become an interior designer for the one time you may build a house in your life. We just happen to do it 20 to 25 times a year, so we've kind of become good at it. We like to take things, I think a perfect example, Kimberly, is this right here. This was envisioned to be something from a Pinterest picture that we had seen somewhere else, but it was supposed to be white oak. That was the color. Our floors are white oak, and that was the goal. But back when we built this home, commodity pricing for white oak was not only pretty high, but it was hard to find. And we are real big on, we like real beams. That's a really big important feature to Sean, my business partner, who's a wood guy, former trim company owner. And so we really focused on how do we create this look. We can't really get the white oak, and it's so expensive, so we chose to go with pine, which is a more cost-effective material. And then we just worked finding a stain that complemented it, because stains don't have to match perfectly. That's one thing people get hung up on. And you're going to have different woods in your home, and those are going to take differently.
So how does that process work for a homeowner that knows that they like your style, they've heard wonderful things about you, and they want to move forward with their dream home?
It's very simple in the fact that we have built a network of realtors, land sourcers. I call them dirt dogs. If you want to know the truth, they're out there beating the pavement trying to find these deals. But we have a network of wholesalers and land flippers and everybody that come to us, luckily off market before it ever hits the market. So a lot of times clients that may be thinking that them and their realtor are out hustling looking for land, and they may only be seeing what hits the market, we're going to have more opportunities just because of what we've been doing for now technically going on 15 years. Sean and I have worked together. We're immediately sending it out to the people that it would work for to see if that's something they'd be interested in. Here in Nashville, clearly it's very hot market still, so people need to make fairly quick decisions. So knowing that, we've already had conversations with you. What type of lot we're looking for, how much you can spend on infrastructure, or creating the topography to work with the home if it's hilly. Tennessee is hilly, and so sometimes we have to deal with that, and whether it's septic, and all these things are taken into consideration, because when we send you the land or the lot, you may have to make a quick decision. And so we want to prepare you and give you the knowledge of what we need to be looking for and being aware of on the front end, so that when we do send that you can make a quick decision. But I won't lie, we don't find what everybody's looking for all the time, but there's a good chance if you don't already have something, if you just start talking to us, that we're going to find something for you.
I love that you do the topography up front and have that conversation, because with the hills and some of the land that's in the Middle Tennessee area, it can be scary. And for those that aren't in the business, they can't wrap their head around taking that land that's on a slope and creating their dream home on it.
Yeah, it's a very important part. I mean, rock is an issue as well. Even when it's not hilly, it can obviously have rock as the bedrock underneath it. And so what we'll do is when we do get a lot or some land under contract, luckily the guy that we've worked with now for almost 15 years is our site work guy. He loves digging test pits with his little front end loader or whatever. So he'll, with permission of the seller, of course, we'll go out and we'll do some little test pits, and we'll be able to determine, okay, we're going to hit some rock here. We need to add some money in the budget for that. But when it's a topography issue and it's on hills, it depends on where you're building and which jurisdiction as well as to what they will allow you to do. Even like, say, Forest Hills has a very strict hillside protection policy. You have colluvial soil, you have to deal with that. So it is something that as a buyer, homeowner, client, you don't have to worry about. We are a complete design build firm from the minute that, what we always tell people, from the minute that we acquire or find the lot to the minute you're getting mail in the mailbox, we're going to handle everything in between. You don't have to go out and source different people to do site work and development and design. We're handling all of that. And so when you work with us, it's as stress-free as it could possibly be.
Well, I'm so happy to have you on the show today. I always say that who you choose is important, and having these conversations up front and just your reputation in the marketplace, it makes me very happy.
Thank you.
To showcase your home and some of the work that you've done.
I'm happy for you guys to take a peek and hope you love it.
We'll be back with more My Southern Home in just a moment.